At first glance, this watch doesn't really demand attention. And that's intentional. It's not trying to be loud, or flashy, or over-designed. It's the kind of piece that reveals itself slowly the longer you look at it. This is the Breguet Classique Power Reserve Moonphase in yellow gold. And it sits in a very specific corner of watchmaking where everything is about restraint and precision rather than attention-grabbing design. The yellow gold case immediately sets the tone. It has that warm, classic finish that feels less like modern luxury and more like heritage craftsmanship carried forward. Nothing about it feels trendy or temporary. It feels established. On the wrist, it's balanced in a way that's hard to explain until you actually see it. It doesn't feel oversized or heavy in a distracting way. Instead, it sits quietly, almost like it was designed to disappear into your presence rather than define it. Then you move to the dial, and this is where the watch starts to open up. The layout is clean but not empty. You've got a Moonphase complication placed carefully, and a power reserve indicator integrated in a way that feels natural rather than added on for complexity. Everything has purpose. Nothing feels random. The guilloché dial texture is one of those details that doesn't fully translate through photos. It reacts to light in a very subtle way, creating this shifting pattern that makes the surface feel almost alive. It's not decoration for the sake of decoration. It's craftsmanship expressed through texture. The hands are classic Breguet design. Thin, elegant, and instantly recognizable. That hollow tip detail is subtle, but it gives the watch a signature identity without needing branding or logos to do the work. What stands out most about this watch is what it's not trying to do. It's not trying to compete with smartwatches or modern complications overload. There's no attempt to be multifunctional in a digital sense. It stays committed to one idea: mechanical timekeeping done at a very high level. Inside, the automatic movement continues that philosophy. The power reserve indicator adds a layer of mechanical awareness. You're constantly reminded that this is a system powered by physical energy, not electronics. It brings back a kind of interaction with time that modern devices have completely removed. And that leads to a bigger question. In a world where your phone is more accurate, more convenient, and more connected than any watch could ever be, what's the point of something like this? The answer isn't functionality. It's craftsmanship. It's the ability to take something as simple as time and turn it into a mechanical expression of skill, patience, and history. This is not a watch trying to justify itself through utility. It exists because the craftsmanship behind it still matters. On the wrist, the experience is less about telling time and more about wearing something that represents decades, if not centuries, of refinement. It's a reminder that engineering doesn't always have to move forward. Sometimes it can preserve something worth keeping exactly as it is. And visually, when the light hits the gold case just right, the entire watch shifts. The dial texture, the polished edges, the subtle reflections. It all comes together in a way that feels closer to art than product design. It doesn't feel like something you use. It feels like something you experience. And that's really the core idea here. This watch isn't trying to be modern or futuristic. It's not chasing trends or features. It's staying rooted in a tradition that values detail, patience, and mechanical perfection over everything else. So if you're curious, the link is in the description. But this is one of those pieces where you're not just looking at a luxury watch. You're looking at a philosophy of how time can be built, shaped, and preserved. And that's what makes it stand out.